We're about to dive into one of your body's most essential, but also most overlooked systems. It's this hidden cleaning crew that's working tirelessly 24/7. And how well it does its job is pretty much the difference between looking amazing and, well, looking completely wrecked. So let's get right into it.
Okay, first up, a question for you. Just think about the last time you pulled an all-nighter, or just had a really bad night's sleep. You wake up, you look in the mirror, and you barely recognize the person staring back at you. So why is that? What's actually happening?
I mean, the difference is pretty stark, isn't it? On one side, you've got puffy eyes, brain fog so thick you can't even think straight, and your skin just looks blah. But on the other side, a fresh face, a sharp mind, vibrant skin. Now that's not some kind of magic, it's pure biology at work.
And the answer, the actual biological machine that's responsible for that amazing nightly transformation is your lymphatic system. It's the unsung hero of your body, working the night shift to get you ready for the day ahead.
So it's time to meet this unsung hero. It's a totally essential system that, honestly, most of us probably never, ever think about.
So what even is it? Well, the lymphatic system is this huge body-wide network of tiny vessels and nodes. You can almost picture it like a second highway system running right alongside your blood vessels. And its main job? It's your body's official garbage and recycling service. Here's a simple way to think about it. We all know our cardiovascular system, right? That's the body's delivery service. It brings all the good stuff like oxygen and nutrients to our cells. Well, the lymphatic system handles the other equally critical job, the cleanup. It hauls away all the waste and junk that those cells produce.
So what happens when this internal cleanup crew starts to get a little lazy? What happens when the trash doesn't get taken out on time?
And the scale of this job is just staggering. Every single day, your lymphatic system has to clear 3 to 4 liters of fluid and waste from in between your cells. Just try to picture that for a second. That's a massive amount of cleanup happening constantly. And if it doesn't do that job right, the consequences are pretty immediate. That brain fog we were talking about, yep, that's a direct result of waste building up in the brain. You also get things like systemic inflammation, visible swelling, that's called edema, and because it's a huge part of your immune system, a higher risk of getting sick.
Okay, now we're getting to the most important part of this whole story. There is one massive, crucial difference between your blood circulation and your lymph circulation. And trust me, it changes everything.
Your cardiovascular system has the heart, right? A super powerful, dedicated pump that never stops. The lymphatic system, on the other hand, it's got nothing, no pump at all. It's what we call a passive system, and it's constantly fighting against gravity with no engine to help it out.
So this leads to the big question, right? If there's no pump, how on earth does all that fluid, 3 or 4 liters of it, move all the way up from your feet, in from your arms, and cycle through your whole body against the constant pull of gravity?
And the answer is just brilliant in its simplicity. You are the pump. That's right. When your muscles contract, even from something as simple as walking, they literally squeeze the lymphatic vessels that are woven all through them. This pushes the fluid upward, and then tiny one-way valves inside those vessels snap shut to make sure it doesn't flow back down.
And that's the absolute best part of this whole thing. It means you have direct control over this super important system. You can switch on your cleaning crew anytime you want using really simple, totally free methods.
The big takeaway here is crystal clear. It is all about movement. As one expert put it so well, movement is the way you're going to encourage lymphatic flow. That is the #1 driver, period.
So what kind of movement works best? Honestly, it's the simple stuff. Walking is fantastic because of that constant muscle contraction in your legs. But now you can see why things like jumping on a mini trampoline are so incredibly powerful. That up and down motion is like a super pump for your lymph. Same goes for swimming. The pressure of the water gives you this gentle, full-body squeeze that gets everything moving.
And check this out. Here's an amazing tool you can use even when you're stuck at a desk. Deep belly breathing. When you breathe way down deep into your diaphragm, it creates this pressure change that basically acts like a vacuum. It pulls lymph from a major holding tank deep in your abdomen and sends it right up towards your heart. Just a few deep breaths can give the whole system a really powerful boost.
Now, let's take this one step further and talk about the most important organ in your body, your brain. It turns out the brain has its own specialized version of this cleanup system. It's called the lymphatic system, and we only really discovered it recently because it was basically invisible with older technology.
So this is your brain's dedicated night shift cleaning crew. When you're in deep sleep, the spaces around the blood vessels in your brain actually get bigger by up to 60%. This allows fluid to rush in and literally wash away all the toxic gunk that built up while you were awake and thinking all day. Your brain is literally taking out the trash.
And this is just incredible. Research now shows that how you sleep physically impacts this cleaning process. The efficiency of that waste removal actually changes depending on your position. Sleeping on your stomach, not so great. On your back is better. But there's one position that's the clear winner. That's right, sleeping on your side, and it doesn't seem to matter if it's left or right, is the most effective posture for letting your brain clean itself out at night. Such a simple change, but it could have a huge impact on your long-term brain health.
And look, this isn't just about feeling good tomorrow morning. This whole system is deeply connected to our long-term health and wellness. Taking care of your lymphatic system is a seriously powerful strategy for longevity.
Just think about our two most vital organs. For your heart, exercise actually helps grow new lymphatic vessels around the heart muscle, which helps it clear out waste and reduce inflammation. And for your brain, that nightly cleanup is crucial for washing away toxic proteins, like the ones that are linked to neurodegenerative diseases. It is a critical line of defense.
So here's the bottom line. Your body has this incredible, powerful, built-in cleaning crew that is fundamental to both your daily energy and your long-term health. The only catch? It needs you to be the pump. So the only question left is, are you putting it to work?